Corey Davis here at the beautiful Fairview Acres Farm with a very good friend of ours, Jennifer Luttrull.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for coming out here.
Yes. And why are we out here, Jen? What's going on?
A lot, actually. We're going to be on the 4th of November. We'll have our second Equine Safety Seminar, which is actually an event that we started putting on our farm. It's kind of a community thing. Us, along with a bunch of friends and livestock experts, will come together and teach first responders about large animal safety, equine safety. They'll get to play with horses and all that.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about what you guys do out here and where first let's talk about that, and then let's talk about where the idea for the safety seminar came from. Because you've done one before.
Yep, we've done one before. This actually used to be part of the Fairview Dairy. So when we moved in about 10 years ago, we turned all the low-slung cow stalls into horse stalls. We added on a 10-stall horse barn in the back. Our main staple is we breed drafts. So we have big draft horses. We have Clydesdales.
I'm going to interrupt you there. Clydesdales and...
Yep. And a Shire.
And a Shire, which is...
It's a different type of large draft horse breed.
Okay. And how big can your biggest horses get?
The biggest horses end up between about 2,000 to 2,200 pounds live weight and about 20 to 22 hands, which a hand is about 4 inches, measured on the withers.
Okay.
So in other words, very, very large.
And how does that compare to a normal size horse, as people say, the ones that you ride at different ranches and things?
They're about twice the size.
Okay.
So about twice the size. A regular horse's hoof is about this size. Ours average about this size.
Okay. And they're very gentle.
We call them 2,000-pound puppy dogs.
Yes.
That's what they are.
I was in the barn earlier playing with the puppy dogs, and they are so affectionate and so sweet.
Yes.
So, we have the event coming up.
Yep.
And what all are they going to learn?
This year is actually going to be starting different than the first year. We kind of reversed the event a little bit, where in the first year we did a half public version and a half first responder version, and that was a lot of talking, but I really wanted to have something a little bit more hands-on. Well, the first time we did the event was just 5 months after I had a pretty rough accident, so I was still recovering, and we didn't have a whole lot of time. This time we had a lot more time to prepare. So this year we actually have 4 scenarios prepared for first responders.
Okay.
We'll divide them up in groups. They're going to be leading horses, they'll be making halters out of ropes, they'll be herding a loose herd of horses, they'll be getting horses out of a trailer that could potentially be in an accident. So there's going to be a lot of hands-on. I'd say about 80% hands-on this year.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Now, what was the response the first time you did this for first responders? Were they a little nervous to get close to horses?
They were. That is the response. People come out and they see these horses being just so big, but once they get over it and they realize just how gentle they are, they warm up really good. So the first year we had about 40 first responders here between fire, we had EMTs here, we had animal control here, so Michigan State Police, and they all loved it. So as soon as we brought up the idea again, everybody just started saying, hey, yeah, that was great, let's do it again. Yeah. Let's have fun. So we actually had quite a bit of a great response already. We already have people RSVPing from all the way out in Ionia, Belding.
Wow,
so,
okay.
Yep, we'll have a good group again, I think, this year.
And then, just to let everybody know, Jen's farm is actually in Norton Shores. A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of farm acreage out here.
Absolutely. That is the first thing everybody always says. You have a farm in Norton Shores. Yes, we do. We call this the hidden square mile.
Yes.
So there's a square mile here of nothing but boarding barns, private farms, and there's just almost over 100 horses here.
Wow.
And that was part of where we came up with the idea, because you always have, every year there's loose horses out here. We've already had horses down in the pond a few years ago.
Oh.
We've had unfortunate, riding accidents. So even though we are that close to the city, there's a great chance of something like that happening, where first responders could come in contact with large animals at any given time. Absolutely.
Okay. What is your favorite part about doing these seminars?
Just to kind of to spread the knowledge, to spread the experience, because I mean, every horse person, as they go through the stages of learning, becoming good at something, you have these experiences, and there isn't a time that goes by where there isn't something that we may have learned and pass on to these guys, and they'll just look at you like, really? I never even thought about that. So there's a lot of learning, like that there's stuff that they thought they knew, but it really wasn't that way, and to see that light in their eyes, to be that excited. I know last time we had a lady that was extremely afraid of horses. She'd been bit by a horse as a kid, and she came out, and I wasn't quite aware of it. I found out kind of halfway through the seminar about that, and quite a few of my volunteers actually embraced her and got her to kind of play with the horses a little bit and warmed her up. And at the end of the seminar, she was able to confidently and safely lead even our biggest mares. She was leading Katie, she was leading Carmen.
Wow.
So this is the kind of stuff to overcome these fears and show these people that you can safely handle these animals, even if you're afraid of them. You can overcome that. And that's just a wonderful thing, and it's so rewarding.
Yeah, and you know, the anatomy of a horse, obviously, is completely different than a dog, or our guest here, Tigger,
Yeah.
the cat. So I think that's really important that people realize that, and I think too many times people want to touch the horse, but they don't know where.
Yes.
So what do you advise for that?
Quite a few different things. It just depends on, our first key is going to be, are you trying to hurt the animal to get him back to safety, or are you actually trying to lead him? So if you're going to try and lead him, yes, you want to be very careful. You never just approach a horse from the front and put your hands up in their face. I mean, their natural reaction is going to be to back away from that. So we'll cover certain parts of, you know, their face, how you can safely approach them from the side, to get a rope over their head, to control the animal. You most certainly don't want to just approach from the back and slap them on the butt. I mean, you see so many things on TV.
And that, I think that is a really common
It's a hair,
misconception. And the horse is going to run or
Absolutely.
kick you. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and in talking with a bunch of these cattle people, what we didn't even realize, they said when we deal with cattle, we herd them. So anytime you're behind a cow, they're going to run away from you, because that is the instinct with being herded. So when you approach a cow on the loose versus a horse, well, you got to kind of come from the front.
Okay.
And they even told us that in some cases the cows are trained that when you beep your horn, it's feeding time. So the way to actually corral a bunch of cows is to beep your horn. So there's a lot of learning going on, not just on our part for these guys. We're learning from all these cattle people and large livestock people, because everybody does everything a little bit different. You know, everybody has their own system, but yeah, apparently sometimes you can just come up to the herd of cattle and beep your horn, and there they are.
You learn something new
Yes,
every
you
day,
do.
I'll tell you what. So this is just for first responders, and you still have some space left.
Yep.
And
still have
how
space
do people that are first responders or know a first responder get a hold of you to get more information or sign up?
Yeah, pretty easy. We operate this farm obviously under Fairview Acres Clydesdales. You can either type that in as Fairview Acres Clydesdales.com. It'll have all our email, phone number, and everything on it. Or you can just type in Clydesdales in Muskegon. We'll be the first one to pop right up. We did that. I know we have decals on our cars, so if you see us driving across town, it'll say Fairview Acres on it. You can give us a call. Other than that, all the local fire chiefs and police chiefs have been briefed about that, so you can just approach Chief Gale from the Northern Shores Police. You can approach Chief Gagnon from Northern Shores Fire. They have the flyers. They have all the contact information.
Okay, so one more time, when is it?
It is on the 4th of November, and it's going to be right here on the farm on East Mount Garfield Road, and we'll be starting at 10 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon.
Okay, well, I hope you guys have a good turnout. Sounds like it's already headed that way.
It is.
Thank you for the beautiful farm tour.
Anytime.
Our guest host here, and all the information. It's been really helpful.
Anytime, Corey.
All right, thanks, Jen.
You take care.
You too. Bye.